All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Unnecessary Commentary. Today, I'll be the host of this video.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
tomatoes,
go
tomatoes,
based off
tomatoes.
of
Boo.
who's on my screen. So we have Leah, we have Kaya,
Hi.
we got Alyssa, we got Anaya,
What
we got Jay, we got Ari, and we got Paris. And our subject for today, well, one of the topics we're going to be going over today is who gets the first plate? The husband, the child, or it just depends on whoever wants to do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, who gets the first plate?
I have a
Me.
question.
I do.
What?
Yeah, me too.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if the husband's cooking?
Oh, actually, that's a good question.
Oh, that's,
I did not think
I
about
was
that.
thinking that too, but
That's a good question.
This whole topic, and you didn't think that a husband could
didn't.
learn how to cook.
I did. I forgot.
that's sexist.
I did. I hit the plate.
Nah, when you hear home cooking, for whatever reason, it's more so associated towards the wives than the husbands. It's not like
don't
it's
say
not
that.
saying
Jay,
husbands
we
can't
usually do.
cook. But
When's the
yeah,
last time you cooked your family dinner, Roman?
if we got burgers, I'll
That's a
cook
basic-
somebody
that's a
food,
basic
or
meal.
breakfast. I
Mm-mm.
make breakfast, but
Basic.
Okay, why are we just grilling him right now?
Right.
Okay, wait. Let's go.
hey,
We are
so
only
what do you
two in
do?
this
Huh?
setting.
What have you cooked your family?
Get back to the question.
I recently cooked them some.
Basic.
First of all, like a few months ago, I cooked them
What was that
some
meal we cooked?
Alfredo shrimp
Chicken
pasta
Alfredo. Yeah.
with broccoli. What else was there? I don't know.
I cooked
Broccoli,
the.
you
I
just
cooked the.
throw that in the microwave.
I cooked the.
No.
Garlic parmesan.
I
Shrimp.
made the Alfredo
no.
sauce from scratch.
I cooked the garlic parmesan chicken, and the blueberry lemonade. That's what I made.
So when you cooked
Okay, that
that,
blueberry
who
lemonade
did you
sound good.
give the first plate of food to?
Well, I was
Well,
cooking for my parents, so I
yeah,
gave
we're-
them the food.
But I think it just depends on household because when
Mhm.
they cook, it's like it varies. Like it's not like all the time. Like my dad would get the first plate, but sometimes they'll let us get the first plate, or they will get the first plate. Sometimes my dad prefers us to get it first. And sometimes they're like, "Nah, we getting it this time." I don't know. So it just
No,
depends.
mom just says it's time to eat, and we
Oh
all
yeah,
go get our
or
own
that. That's what I'm
food.
saying. Like
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
depends who gets to the kitchen first.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. In my household too, when my mom cooks, it depends on how she feels too. Because sometimes she would have like, she would just say first come first serve, but other times she'd give herself the first plate and just let me and my dad have at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what my mom does too. Sometimes she'll get
she's
her first
sometimes
plate.
like, no, I have to get the first plate.
I know. No. Maybe she does.
We
Yeah,
can't
I
even
don't-
touch the spoon until she gets them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. In my household, my mom is like whatever's convenient in that moment in time.
Mhm.
Because sometimes my dad is upstairs and he's playing a game, and she's not gonna be like, "Come down and get your food." Sometimes she'll just make the food and bring it up to him because she going up there anyway. So if we are on the second floor, she'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna cook the food. I'm gonna make y'all a plate." Well, actually, she asked, "Am I making you a plate?" Sometimes, and we be like, "Oh yeah, sure." So then she'll make us our plate and then make his. Or sometimes she be like, "Come down and get your food," and he comes down and he gets his food, and then we get to eat. And sometimes, if she really hungry, we gotta wait until she's done getting her food, and then we go in to get ours.
Mm.
So
Mm. I think with
oh, go ahead.
mine,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I think with mine, it depends on who's making dinner. If I make it, my thing is I will set up all your plates, but there's just gonna be like a line on the counter, and everybody just has to come and get a plate. But when my mom cooks, her thing is that the first person who gets the plate has to be my dad, and she will always take it to my dad wherever he's at. And then like me and my brother, it's like, hey, dinner's ready, and then we have to go and make our food.
Mm.
Right. I know when I cook sometimes, I'm like, food's ready. And then they come and get their food. I just wait until everybody gets theirs. If I'm hungry, I'm
Yeah,
grabbing
me
the first
too.
plate. But for the most part, I'm like, hey, food ready. Just save me some. And a lot of times I just get this amount left. And I'm like, I said, save me some, not not crumbs.
That's why you need to go in there and get the first plate if you made it.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I make it, I always go first plate.
Yeah, I might
If I
change my
make
it-
tactics.
Yeah, I should
make
probably do
it,
that too.
if I make it, my dad, I usually give my dad the first plate, and it's because like I experiment a lot when I cook, so I
Yeah.
don't really know
So
how
you've
the
heard.
flavors are gonna
So
blend.
good.
So like, because my dad is more open-minded when it comes to new foods, I usually give him the first taste, and if he likes it, then I'll give it to my mom.
Mm.
Actually, yeah. I don't experiment as much as she does, but when I do try to make something new, I do have my dad try it first and see his reaction. And he's a lot, and because my dad is a lot like Jalen's dad, is like,
Mhm.
it's just two peas in a pot. So if I try something out and I'm like, hey dad, why don't you try this? He's like, he'll look at me like I'm crazy. And he's like, all right, I'll go on ahead and I'll try it. And he'll eat it. And I know it's good because he sits there, he stops, he goes, and then he shakes his head and he starts laughing. I'm like, okay, it's good. There we go. And I know it's really good if he's like, man, your uncle will bust up and call you crazy. This should not be good. So, but I don't experiment as much. I probably should.
That
But
sounds just like him.
um, but yeah, so sometimes I let my dad get that first plate just to see what he does, like Paris. But for the most part, it's like whoever is there, come and get your food. Because if my syllabus is on the second floor and they get the food, then and my parents ain't got to the food yet, I'm getting the food, and then they get the food or whatever.
Mm.
So, but I do believe it's also on who cooks.
Yeah.
Mhm. See,
Depending on
I
who-
don't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't cook for my family. I cook for myself, which sounds selfish,
Wow.
but
So honest.
I know.
because I don't make dinner often. It often gets made, but when I do, it's something that I plan for myself to consume. Because no one likes my cooking, unfortunately. So I just said, you know what? I'm not making nothing else for nobody.
Same.
I heard that, Jalen.
Mhm.
Mm.
Because
Well,
it's one of those things I can cook for my entire family if I really want to. Or if like my mom or like somebody requests me to, but because I'm like the only one who doesn't eat meat in the house, 9 times out of 10, I just have to cook for myself. And my mom, she loves cooking, but I don't think she loves my cooking as much. Like every time I start trying to make something, she'll come in, she'll start opening the windows up, she'll turn the fans on.
Dang.
She'll be
Dang.
like, make sure you're rinsing your stuff. Her thing is she
Wow.
doesn't like the smells of cooking type thing. Cause I normally cook late because I get home late.
Mm.
And whoa, I like to make my Asian food. So again, there's gonna be soy
Mm.
sauce, there's gonna be some fish oils.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
I'd open the
Be
windows too.
potent. Or it's one of those things, if it's not that, then it's like Italian. So it's still like garlic and some tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. But
That smells
she
good,
doesn't
though.
like the smells
That does
of my
sound good.
cooking.
Mhm.
She'll eat it. She just, as I'm cooking it, it's just gonna be a whole process of
suffer.
I can smell it.
Yeah, I remember my sister made bacon and it was burnt, but it didn't look burnt.
Mm.
So we took
What?
it was like, oh yeah. We took the bacon. I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be good. And we bit into it. It was like, how is it burnt? It don't look burnt. So we was shook by that. Needless
Yeah.
to say, she didn't cook bacon again.
I can
so.
tell which sister this is too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Was it like the underside of the bacon was burnt? I've seen that
No,
happen
no
before.
side of the bacon was burnt. It looked like perfectly cooked bacon.
It
That's
just
what it looked like.
tasted?
It was
just
just
extra
burnt.
crispy.
No, it wasn't extra crispy.
Is-
No, but it's not the sister you guys are thinking of. It's not the sister you guys are thinking.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the youngest.
Didn't
or
you cook
rather
some
second
extra
Wow.
crispy bacon?
Oh yeah,
Melvin?
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you sure did.
I have my excuse, okay, and that was I was tired and I didn't really feel like
for that excuse to come out.
no, because
Mm.
my job was make the hash browns. That's what I was told. So that's what I'm coming in with thinking. But then it was like make bacon. I'm like, well, I know how to make bacon. Now
Do you
the
though?
bottom batch was burnt, but as time progressed, I got better at it. But I had to throw out all the
So
oil.
you went in and said, I know how to cook this, and then automatically started burning stuff.
No, it wasn't automatic. I didn't burn it off rip. I had a couple that was burnt. It just so happened that they grabbed the burnt ones.
Okay.
That's y'all fault. Y'all better choose y'all bacon better next time.
And what's
Nah,
funny
it
is
should
he
all
could
be
have put it
50s.
in the oven and it would have all been evenly made.
That's a good
Yeah,
Oh,
idea.
you
There's
were
your
like
bacon
cooking it
expert.
like in the pan?
About-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we
Oh.
cook bacon.
We don't never cook bacon like that. It goes
My
on
dad-
a foil and then
my
in the
dad, yeah.
oven, and that's it.
My dad does that.
In the oven?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
That's
oven.
different.
Well, with us, it depends on how many pieces are being made. Like if we're doing just
Yeah.
like 30 pieces per person, we'll do it in the pan. But if we want to make more bacon, like the entire pack, then
How
we'll
often do
put it
you
in
do
the
that,
oven.
Paris?
Paris, you
I don't
already know
do
you
it.
don't
I
do
mean,
it.
we
Please
don't
don't
make
start
often.
talking about Paris. That's why I've been over here laughing.
Let's
No,
not bring it
come
up,
on,
Paris.
you always laugh at my downfalls. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway,
Look,
anyways,
yeah, I think we should leave bacon for another day.
Not a safe topic to discuss right now.
The moment she started trying to judge, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
that was like 2017 Paris. We're not gonna talk
That was
about
only
that.
5 years ago. That was not that
Yeah,
long.
that wasn't that
Time.
long
I was
ago.
12.
So
5 years ago.
Eight?
Still,
What else
the
I gotta
president
do
could change a
today?
lot.
You seen MasterChef Juniors? They're like
Yeah.
7
Oh
and
my
8
God.
years old.
I
Just
can't watch those
cooking it
kids. I
up.
feel so unaccomplished with my life when I have to watch
yeah,
the kids.
I can't.
I
watch
do
that
too.
show. I'll be like, man, that food look good, but I'm
Mhm.
slacking.
Mhm.
That's why
Mhm.
I prefer to watch Worst Cooks in America, because then I know better.
I
Mhm.
love that show. Oh, I haven't watched that in a long
Soon
time.
as somebody start trying to use like a knife and a toaster oven, I'm like, I got my adult life figured out. I'm fine. I'm gonna live through my life just
what's wrong with that?
fine.
Huh?
What's
Jay?
wrong with that?
A,
Oh, Jay, are you about to
knife and a
expose
toaster?
yourself?
You're playing, right?
You
Jay,
don't
get
know
your
what
life
happens
together.
when you put a knife in a
This is
toaster.
why
Jay?
she don't cook.
Oh, wait. You get shocked, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is why you don't
Oh yeah,
cook.
then yeah, of course.
I mean, are you sure you're on the same page with that? So you were like, what's
now
wrong with
I
that?
wonder why people
So you know
question
about
your
that? Do you
cooking.
know about like foil in the microwave as well, Jay? Do you know what happens when you do that?
Yeah, it explodes.
Yeah. My sister
Okay.
learned that the hard way.
Me too. I was like
Mhm.
3 though, or like 4.
She wasn't. She was like maybe in her 20s, and she went in the oven
Wow.
and she put stuff up in there, and it got caught on fire.
Is it the
And she
sister
was
we
like, "Oh."
thinking about?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought.
And
You
I
put what
remember
in
I
the
was
oven?
a kid. She put aluminum
Foil.
foil.
In the
You
oven
mean the
or in
microwave?
the
Yeah,
microwave.
microwave. My fault. My
How
fault.
about the
It's still
Microwave.
an oven.
No one
Right.
calls it a microwave
No.
oven.
No, I don't know why
But
people
still,
call it that.
yeah, I don't either. That's too long.
Then
Yeah.
why did you say oven?
Yeah, you said
It was
oven.
because I was thinking microwave, but for whatever reason, oven was just coming out of my mouth. Anyways, that's not the point of this story. The point of this story is the fact that she nearly burned our house down.
Mm.
And I remember my brother used a fire extinguisher, got it out. And I was like, man, what started the fire? And he was like, you put aluminum foil in the microwave? And she was like, yeah. He was like,
Oh my.
you don't do that. She was like, I didn't know. I was like, man, she about to kill us all. Because she didn't know not to
How?
put aluminum foil in the microwave.
Y'all almost
That's
had
like
no place
basic
to
knowledge.
live.
I cook my
I
broccoli.
never did aluminum foil, but I did do like one of those metal warmer cups in the microwave. That was funny
Oh.
because literally I was standing in the kitchen and I just started hearing like the microwave, and I looked and you could literally see like lightning shooting off of the cup in the microwave. It was quite an adventure.
Ooh.
And
You
that
lived
thing
that life.
and the water was, and whatever I had in there was still cold. I was so irritated.
All of that. So dramatic.
I hope
The
it
cup
wasn't water.
nearly like burnt my hand, but like what was inside the cup was not warm at all. Didn't make any sense.
Wow.
Dang.
That's crazy. I hope it wasn't water because you could have used the stove to warm up your water.
I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
actually done that in terms of drinking water.
You never used the stove, had a little tea kettle and just put water in there and let it boil or warm up? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
for some tea.
Or for some people, for coffee.
Yeah.
As I stated, back in the day, I would use the microwave to warm said water for some tea. And then my family upgraded to, what is it, like the sparklets thing where you just like press the button and it automatically comes out super hot. So no, I never had that stovetop transitional period.
Wow.
I used to use the microwave before I realized that the stove was faster.
Boo.
And doesn't
I thought that
microwave
was going to be
take
a
away the
different
nutrients?
sentence.
I thought so
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Blatant
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. That did not go the way I expected.
Did not.
What did I expect?
We don't know what you. We just knew it was gonna be something.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be like until my family banned me because this happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Parents, you are unhinged.
Wow.
Again, we should have known better. She says she experiments with food, so if she still is experimenting with food, they didn't learn their lesson from the first time.
You know what? I mean, that because a lot of my experiments actually turn out great.
In whose opinion?
Mhm.
The members of my household.
You was about to say
She
you
was
mine.
this close
Yeah.
to say mine. I saw it.
I was stuttering. I was saying like, I don't know what I was saying. Jalyn, I
Okay.
thought you were saying something.
Yeah, what was you saying, Jay?
I don't remember. But what I was going to say is that I cooked my broccoli in a rice steamer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So good.
that
We
sounds
got an
good.
air fryer recently, and
Mm.
it's worked
Fancy,
wonders.
fancy.
Like the chicken, I promise you, air fryer is the way to go. Chicken has been a million times better than just frying it.
Right.
And steak has been really, really good as well.
I need
And we
to
cook
invest
fries in there too.
in the air fryer.
Which actually I'm happy because sometimes when we put our fries in the oven, you know how like you put it in the oven, but you have like that one random piece that's still cold. Or like
Yeah.
you'll bite into it and it tastes like it just came out the freezer for whatever reason. Yeah,
Like
but the
chicken?
air fryer.
Y'all put yours
like
in
fries.
the oven?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
You put your fries in the oven?
Fries?
Yeah, we used to.
The
not
like
anymore.
the
We put it in
frozen
air fryer.
fries, you put it like on the baking sheet, you put in the oven.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
always fried those.
Yeah, you fry those.
Yeah, I just fry those.
Wow. Y'all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
you
see,
always
Jay,
put
don't
in-
you even.
No.
Don't even over there. The way a list of things that you do that's
Yeah.
weird just popped into my head.
A list?
Don't come at me.
A list.
Two things.
A list.
No, a list.
It's a
Mm.
I don't
list.
know about two things, but
A whole
But
bunch
yeah,
of
get-
exaggerators over
those,
here.
if you read the
I
French
never
fry
put fries in the
packages, it
oven.
tells you you're supposed
That's
to
why
bake
y'all's are
them.
cold.
Yeah, I never thought to put them in the oven. It's
I-
always
I-
They're
been
I just fried
already
them and they-
fried. That's why they're frozen French
Yeah.
fries. You're frying them twice. They
I
literally
never
tell you
had a
on the
problem.
package, bake in the oven.
Look, frying them makes them so good. Y'all, that's why
Yeah.
y'all fries are cold.
Yeah.
Mine
Yeah.
aren't
Not
cold. I
cold
don't know
no
what
more.
Roman is doing.
It's
Mine are
possibly
fine.
Air frying them again, that makes sense, but you're still frying them now.
Yeah, you're still
that's fine. We learned a new way. We forgot our old ways.
good.
That's why your fries are cold.
And
the same thing.
but they weren't always like that. But yeah, I don't know why. Well, that's because for the most part, it requires a lot of oil if you're going to fry it.
Not
And
necessarily.
we were
Mm.
very skimpy on our oil, so
Mm.
we wasn't going to fill a whole tub if we was just going to use it for one bag. And
I don't fry anything anymore. It scares me.
that's why you get an air fryer, because it
I
won't
know I have
scare
an
you.
air fryer. I'm just saying frying things in general scared me before the air fryer.
Why?
It used to scare me-
Does it
me
scare you, Jay?
Because oil fights back.
Yeah, at first when it pops in your arm and all in your face.
Yeah, I'm not trained for that life.
That's
I mean,
why
I'm kinda
you put
used to
bacon
it, though.
in the oven.
Oh,
What?
But it still
Or you-
come out sizzling.
I come.
Yeah,
Did
but
you
not,
forget that bacon has its own oil?
Roman, not doing that.
Like it's
Like,
still
it
gonna
still
come out
pops,
sizzling.
yeah, but it doesn't like hurt as much. It doesn't like burn your arm off in the process. if that makes
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Anybody who's
I-
made bacon understands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
or should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do got some people that get lit up by it and be like, oh, okay. And for those people, you're a different breed.
Mhm.
They got skin like
See, I
reptiles.
would like to try and get an air fryer, but I have this thing with my mom where I'm trying to make her not get any more cooking appliances in that kitchen,
Yeah.
because I'm not trying to clean and wash any more anythings.
Yeah.
Man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
same.
Because
girl,
when she
you-
get an idea to like cook a fancy meal, and it's like the blender, and then it's the mixer, and then it's the pans, oh my gosh, and the teaspoons, and no.
I hate the
We're not
teaspoons
cooking
because
no
I'd be like,
more.
why is this here? You can wash this?
What's a
Yeah.
teaspoon?
You know the teaspoon? It's
Mom.
like the little baby
Jay,
spoons.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jay?
Y'all use teaspoons?
Y'all, she
Yeah.
don't cook.
For tea.
Oh, you right.
She don't cook.
Oh yeah, she does.
Not even just
Wow.
40, like just in measurements in general.
See, I'm kind of
See, there's teaspoons and then there's spoons, like those
Tablespoons.
tiny spoons.
Tablespoons.
Yeah.
No, like there's actual teaspoons. They're
Well, we weren't talking about
We're talking
actual
about-
small teaspoons that
Talking
shape
about
like
measurement
a spoon.
cup.
oh,
Yeah.
measuring
that makes
spoons.
sense.
I
Oh, we're
was
talking about the
explaining
measuring
the
cup?
Man, we
There's
thought you was on the
armies,
same
girl.
page.
We're not in Britain.
Like we have some here, so I was thinking.
Yeah, I was talking about little mini spoons that you stir with. I know what
Oh.
what a teaspoon of measurement looks like.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
we're
we were
talking
talking
More
about.
specific.
Me and
is-
Jalyn
Get
were
to
right
that.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't in that one game,
Anyways,
but but yeah, like sometimes like my sister, she likes baking. So because between my both of my sisters, one loves cooking, the other loves baking. I was like, if y'all gonna do that, y'all need to clean as y'all go, because y'all be butchering this kitchen, and this kitchen's small, so it ain't a lot to clean, but it's a lot to clean. So I'm gonna
Yes.
need y'all to clean as you go. So one of them, she does a really good job of cleaning. Like she actually cleans just everything that she uses. I'm like, thank you. The other don't, but
Mm.
she's learning. So, but man, I'll never forget. She made, I think it was chicken. Oh my goodness!
Mm.
When I say that kitchen was butchered, the counter was oily, the stove was oily, the stove had flour, and then it was more oily on the other side that she didn't even use. And then
Wow.
she had the forks that she used to take the chicken out. And then the plate was oily. It was just oil everywhere. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
What did she
And then
do?
I know.
Yeah, what
I
happened?
don't know. I
Is
don't
the
watch
chicken
her.
good?
And I think that's the issue. Nobody watches her when she cooks.
Was
So
the,
she
the
just,
chicken good?
of course, that girl could cook. Just
Hmm.
not at the expense of me doing them dishes, that's for sure. Oh,
Mm.
man. Nah, but yeah. Now, well, I do have a question, a follow-up question. When you get your food, do you go to your own room and just mind your business? Or
Yes.
like y'all sit down and have a conversation about your day and compliment the chef for how good the food is?
I compliment the
Um,
chef and then go to my room.
Yeah.
Usually the chef is already in their room.
Yes,
until
babe.
I-
Ooh.
What's it?
Compliment. Oh, go ahead, Leah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying usually by that time, like if my mom cooks, she's already in her room. She'll take the plate to my dad and then they'll stay in there.
Yeah, we all go to our room.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, as of like right now, like we take our plates and go to our own spaces. But like if I had like my own like family situation, I like us all to eat at the table.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind it either.
Me too.
Mhm.
And
But yeah, we just go to our
So sad.
separate spaces
Yeah.
because I can't deal with hearing my brother eat. So I don't feel like doing
Oh,
that.
you know what? When you bring that up, then that is a good
oh
point.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
That's why I said,
So- Yeah, so me, I'll be like, and we also do a more so because sometimes I know I eat fast, so I'll be like, okay, let me chill out real quick.
Yeah.
So that the food could go down, man. So that's the reason why I like eating in front of people, just in case I start choking, they know. But I'm trying to slow down my eating. But I prefer to, but also we just do it just probably because we're watching TV before the cooking happens. So instead of just everybody going to their own spaces, we just go back to what we were doing. But for the most part,
Yeah.
parents go into their room unless they're watching TV with us. And everybody else just goes to their separate spaces. If I have my room to myself, I go into my room with the food and just chill.
yeah. I was gonna say it depends on what we're watching on TV because my mom likes watching TV as she's cooking. So if whatever she's watching is like really good, it's just like we kind of get our plates and like flock to the couch area and watch it with her.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not something I want to watch, then I'll just go to my room.
Yep.
yeah.
No, sometimes. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I go to my room. He eats at the table. So, sorry.
Oh.
Is he
I'll
like
cut that
eating at
out.
the table by himself?
Yeah. Well, he's a very messy eater. Like
Oh.
Yeah.
he like there'll be salt on the table, and it's like, why is there salt on the table? Like a little bit of salt, like a whole bunch of salt, because he just sprinkles it on there.
Wow.
What y'all be eating where he be needing to put salt on it?
I don't know. He just feels the need to add more stuff than what's normal. Then he
There
doesn't
we go.
even eat it all.
Oh.
I
He
can't
plays
remember
with
the
it.
last time I needed to add salt or pepper to any of my plates.
Dang.
He's a salt bandit, so it makes sense to me.
Salt
A salt
bandit.
bandit.
Yeah. I can't look at him while he eats. I have to go
Yeah.
away because I get so mad. Like, why are you
That's-
eating it? Why are you eating it like this? And he just snacking away. Like
Oh
they
my
take
goodness. Didn't he recently, what was that, have like blueberries and sugar and you were like throwing a fit about it?
I
That
was
sounds
so
good, though.
I was
Yes,
so
that
mad.
sounded
It do
good.
sound good.
Yeah, I was so upset. 'Cause I'm just like, why? Maybe because I've never seen it before. So I was like, okay. I guess. But the other stuff he be doing, like he'll take. So whenever he asks me to make noodles, right, I always get so heated because I know it's not. I can't make noodles how you're supposed to make noodles. So what he does is, depending on how he feels, he wants me to make the noodles, but not add the salt to them, like the salt packets. He wants to eat the salt packets by itself, and then take whatever salt and stuff we got in our cabinet and put that on the noodles. And he won't finish the noodles; he'll just eat the salt.
What?
I have multiple questions.
What?
Is he trying to die?
Why are you letting him do this? That's not healthy.
Take
Do the
the packets
doctor
away.
say he okay?
Yeah, hide them.
Yeah. Because if it's like the top ramen packet type stuff, isn't there like a day and a half's worth of sodium in the packet alone?
Yeah, it's a lot of sodium
Mm,
in
Yeah.
the noodles.
He eats it like fun dip, so he'll like have the thing open and be like,
No, stop.
That's when he was
What?
younger.
You
That's
need to
when-
stop
that was
him.
he was
Oh,
he was like maybe 3 or 4. But now what he does is
It's
he
even
eats-
worse.
he doesn't even
It's like
want
he's a whole child.
he doesn't even want them cooked. He eats it raw and then
Oh.
sprinkle the stuff on there.
He'll just crunchy.
Yeah, I saw showed y'all a picture.
Oh,
I
I've seen.
used to do that in
heard of
People
middle
that.
used to
school.
do
That
that.
was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a thing.
They used to do that in
I've heard-
elementary.
Ramen noodles just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, out the
a
bag,
lot?
you crunch them
Yeah.
up, and
Mhm.
then
It's a
yeah.
thing.
some people
You
put the
put the
seasoning in there.
seasoning in and you
Yeah.
shake it all
Yeah,
up.
people do that.
And
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
just eat it like chips.
Yeah.
Y'all
Good.
territory. We
Not
didn't
even
do
our
that.
territory. A lot of like
Well,
that
I
was
see a lot
like
of
a
Asians
snack
do
that
it
a
too.
lot of
Yeah.
like older people, like millennials did when they were younger and stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's like if you
Ain't
took
never
it
heard
to
of that.
school for like lunch and you didn't have access to like the hot water, then that you just had to figure it out.
So
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
It's not.
It's not. I
It's a
do
good
like it.
snack.
No.
I don't know about that. Y'all a different breed of human.
I mean, yeah, that is good though. But I don't know about just eating the little sauce from the packet.
That I can't condone.
Not-
That
yeah.
just
No.
sounds like
That's
death.
doing too much.
I disown that.
Yeah.
That's
he,
bad
he even
behavior.
likes those Vienna sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all like those?
The
The
one
Vienna
that
sausage?
comes in a can. Those?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, those
Those
are
are
good.
pretty
Those are
good.
good.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Oh
Don't
my
tell me
Never
you're
had
like
them,
drinking
so
the
I can't
juice or
tell you.
something.
What? You don't like those?
Those
Those are so good.
smell
Wait,
horrible.
the small
I mean, it
ones?
do
Hey, you
smell.
like
smell
pickles?
is right.
I know, pickles
know.
Yeah,
smell
pickle
disgusting.
smoothies.
Yeah,
That's
I'm talking about some
That's
pickle
different.
It's
slushy.
No,
not.
it's not.
That's different.
It's
It's
not.
not.
No, it's really not.
Pickles is nasty. Pickles stink.
Yeah, but you like
I
those?
mean, you don't have to go that hard at pickles. It's just
Nah.
she's
Yes, he
misusing
does.
pickles.
Pickles
just
are
saying.
universally accepted more than Vienna sausages.
No.
I don't know
Doesn't
about
change
that.
the
What
fact that they
research
both
Have you
smell
done
to
research?
prove that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What
I did the
survey did you
research.
send out into this world for them to give you that answer?
Mhm.
The Mayo Clinic.
What?
What?
The Mayo Clinic.
Oh,
You know about the
no.
Mayo Clinic?
I do, but I don't
Wait.
think they would do a research like that.
Jay,
How do you know?
I worry about you sometimes.
You know, people shouldn't. I'm fine.
No,
Ish.
no, 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 no.
Mm-mm.
I worry
The
about
way
you,
it took
Jay.
you way too long to know the reason why you shouldn't put a knife in a toaster, that is something to where I'm like,
Yeah.
I
The
need to
fact
worry
that you
about
questioned it in the first
Yeah.
place.
And you asked like 3 different times, and we were like, yeah, that's bad. Then you're like, oh, wait, I knew. And like last time,
You get shocked,
you
right?
got all embarrassed.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was thinking, like, okay, if the toaster is off,
Why would
Why
why
would
would
we-
you still do
Why?
that?
Why would that
In-
even
What is
in
the
case-
matter?
context?
Why would we
Okay.
talk about if it's
in
off?
case the position of whatever toast you put in there is off, you want the right form of crunch. So that way it won't be too burnt on one side and not too much on the other. So you just gotta move it over.
Wait,
How will that
with the
happen if
knife,
it's off?
What? Well,
Jay?
Yeah, that's why you position it in the center so it won't burn.
But wouldn't the toaster be
Already?
off?
We on to the next topic.
You're not a part of this
What?
debate. You can't move on anymore.
You-
We're sticking
You
to
mowed
this.
it. You asked Roman to
I'm just
do it
trying
this
to.
time.
I'm trying to envision what you're talking about.
It doesn't
Like,
make
I
sense.
kind of get what you're saying, like if it's on, but if it's off, how would it get toasted?
Yeah, and then you're
Yeah.
talking about the position of the toast, but if it's a good toaster, you literally just put the thing
Yeah.
down and it'll have it
Yeah.
in the center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
it'll warm it up
what
on
kind
both
of bread
sides.
are
perfectly
are you
fine.
using?
Bagels.
Why are we getting into bread? What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about
Because
that.
like different
But-
types of bread toast differently in
Yeah.
toasters.
Mhm.
That I do get.
What were we talking about
But how
before?
spacious is your toaster where you need to center it?
I
Or
should mute
recenter it?
herself.
Like I get it if it's like you have that really long piece of bread, so you have to do like the half and then like kind of flip it over and do that half.
Mhm.
But that's not all the time.
And
Depending
And just
upon
don't
the
do
kind
it
of
with
bread
a
you
knife.
got. Yeah,
do what I
use
want.
a plastic. Hey,
See, this is why I
it's,
worry.
it's your house.
Because we
It's your
try and
house.
help you not to electrocute yourself, and then you're like, "I'm gonna do what I want."
Why not,
That's
man?
why I
Live
worry.
like Larry.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
No, that's not
No.
Larry.
Oh,
Larry
man.
doesn't exist. Larry is a
Uh,
fictional character.
Yeah.
That was SpongeBob's version of living like Larry.
I want to get
Mhm.
superpowers.
No.
Anyways.
No.
You are not the Flash. That's not even how he got his powers. That's the
Mm-mm.
crazy part.
I know.
I
It'll
don't
be
know
my way.
anyone who gained powers through a toaster.
Origin story.
Okay.
Anyway,
Power
An
next
to-
origin story.
Anyways,
That's
next.
the
Yeah.
most basic origin story I've ever heard.
Yeah.
How did
I
you
know
basically get your
not
powers?
interesting at all.
If
How
I
did you
make it
gain
interesting,
superpowers? I put a knife in a toaster. And suddenly I became Toaster Man or woman, whoever you want to be the
I
hero.
wouldn't be called toaster woman. It'll be something
hope
Wait,
more
not.
okay, Jay. So
extravagant.
if you put a knife in a toaster, what kind of superpower are you expecting to get?
Yeah.
I want to be everything. I want to.
okay, so
On to the
already
next
You
topic, please.
expect to get
This is
that
not
from a
working
toaster?
out.
I want like. Static Shock. I have dreads too. I'll be like Static Shock. It'll just be.
Oh,
Okay.
I haven't gotten
So
that
you
far.
just want
I
electricity.
wasn't expecting that.
like Pokemon, they evolve and they get like little they learn new moves every time they progress. That'd be like me. It'd be like a
so
Pokemon.
you learn
We
something
need
new
to
every
go on
time
to
you
the
get
next
shot.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the next thing? Is there
Right.
anything
Wow.
else?
See, it's the people closest to you that will hurt you the most.
No.
But it's because the things
Whatever.
you do just don't make sense.
It makes sense to me.
Well,
But
you know
makes
what?
sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me and our listeners.
it
No, I'm
No.
confused.
On to the next one. Next case.
You're not hosting, Jay.
I'm still
out, Jay.
Oh,
stuck
yeah. Sorry.
on-
Cut that out.
She said, I want everything. I wasn't expecting that. That took me by surprise.
yeah.
I
Not
was meaning
the
to
fact
forget.
that she's gonna get her superpowers from putting a knife in a toaster oven.
Like,
And she's
like
gonna learn
imagine.
new moves every time she gets shocked. So
Like,
Yes.
Oh,
like
no.
imagine she does that
No.
and she learns
No.
teleportation. Like it's not
Yes.
gonna make sense.
Yes.
So
Like-
you're just gonna keep
No.
purposely putting this knife in this toaster so that you could have a new power whenever you feel like it.
she's
Doesn't
gonna
make
learn
sounds amazing.
teleportation to the grave. That's gonna be her
Right.
Right. Plot twist. Every time you learn a new move, you forget the old one.
Oh, I'd be molded.
Ooh.
That actually be deep. It would suck.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Imagine having an OP ability, but it's not working in every situation.
Mhm.
Mm,
It would suck.
mm.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I want everything.
I want everything.
Everything.
Dang it, you made me forget the next topic. What was it?
How did we even get here?
Oh no.
No
It
idea.
started off with
No idea.
where
What
do
was
you
the
go after you get your
original
food?
topic?
It
Yeah.
started off with where do you go after you get your food? And some way, somehow, we went into gaining superpowers with a knife and a toaster. So that's y'all. That
Unnecessary
ain't me.
commentary, everybody.
Unnecessary commentary.
Unnecessary
Absolutely.
indeed.
Oh man.
Believe it or
Um,
not, this is how all our conversations go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One day we talking about chicken. The next we're talking about our favorite car. And then you're like, how do we get here? We don't know.
I mean, to be fair, we brought up chicken in this conversation at some point too.
Yeah. And
Oh, yeah.
look,
That's
we're
right.
talking about superpowers, you know, which none of this, some way, somehow, has nothing to do with family.
Oh, this is a family episode, wasn't it?
It was
Oh
a
my
family
goodness.
episode. That's how it
Oh,
started,
yeah.
and this is how it ended.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man, how are we doing in terms of time?
Oh
We're
yeah.
at a 40, almost 40 minutes, 38.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 42.
Okay, I got two different times. When did you start recording? Come on.
51.
I think it was right when you said, okay, we're gonna start. Now it's 41.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't start recording till like later.
Okay, I think this is a good part to stop at since it looked like we starting to run out, and I forgot what the next subject was
I
going to
thi-
be.
are
I
we
think it was
doing
going to be a
Reddit?
Reddit.
Oh, you went to
Roman,
Reddit?
the next topic was actually comparing old shows to new ones and giving our input on why we think they
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So now we're going to take this conversation to the living room in the sense of TV shows. TV shows, how they were back then, is completely different from how they are now.
Yes.
Now, why do y'all think that? Because I remember when I see old TV shows, hilarious, you know, they just live in life. And then, you know, but they always talked about something important that the world is currently going through or that young ones are currently going through, whether it be depression or some form of crime, them becoming a victim of a crime. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen anymore in TV shows. It's just I haven't seen it that often in TV shows. And my thing is, why do you guys believe as time progressed, they just stopped talking about these?
Oh, that's a deep question.
I think
It feels like we stopped talking about everything serious though in life.
Yeah.
I think that it changes with the times and just how people are. Because I think that TV reflects what's going on in that period of time.
Oh,
So with stuff going on today, I would say 2010s and now, you know, a lot of things have changed as far as what's, you know, okay to say on TV and what's not okay.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, that's kind of why some jokes can slide or did slide back then, and they won't be able to, they will not be able to say, say
Yeah.
it now.
Mhm.
So I think it's more of that, because it's so easy to offend someone or offend a group of people these
Yeah,
days,
no,
because now
definitely.
everyone has a
Yeah.
voice. Everyone has a voice,
Yeah.
and so and everyone has their own opinions of what they think is cool or what they don't think is cool. So that changed TV a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's one of those things with like the older TV shows, like there'd be a specific problem, the main character would do like the obvious wrong, and then
Mhm.
everyone would help them to see what the obvious right was. But like Jay said, because there's so many different opinions now, like there is
Yeah.
no clear path of wrong and right that you could take in an episode, because everyone can feel differently about what each character is doing towards that problem.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more difficult to write a storyline of, okay, the character's going to do this and everyone's going to be like, that was stupid. So then we're going to show them this. It's not that simple anymore.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And also too, some writers just aren't good writers. There are just some
Yeah.
shows that are just really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was also back then too. There was a lot of shows that just didn't get traction, and there were shows that did really well, just not too many people paid attention to them.
Yeah.
But I also think because of how the internet is, and there's just so much information, a lot of kids grow up quicker than what they're supposed to. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
like children shows, it's not the same like how it used to be. Like
Yeah. I feel it like it jumps from like toddler type TV shows straight to just into like normal TV shows now.
Yeah.
There's barely like that in between phase of growing into adult TV.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, like you have your child shows, and then you have your shows in your adolescence into teen years, and then you got the adult shows. Now you're an adult, you can see anything that you want to watch.
Mhm.
But now it seems like, yeah, they still have that same format, but things are going from children to adult, and you're like, wait, where's the teen stuff?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those shows in the past, that's what they were mainly pertaining to, are the teens, to just kind of help them get through whatever struggles they were going through.
Mhm.
And I think because a lot of things that a lot of teens are going through now are considered sensitive subjects that people aren't okay with people saying one thing or another about, they can't talk about those issues because either they may not understand it themselves and they don't want to offend anybody, or just based on the fact they just aren't trying to offend anybody because anything can be taken as offensive. And I think that sucks mainly because there's a lot of shows that did really, really well. And that wasn't even the main subject. That was just like an episode or two during the show. But,
Mhm.
overall, the show was a good show. But, at the end of the day, I do believe like stuff like Cartoon Network, what it used to be and how it is now, and Disney Channel, what it used to be and how it is now. For us, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and Sweet Life
I
on
was
Deck, that was our
just
show.
thinking about that
You
Mhm.
know,
show
and
as
they
this
did
Man.
sometimes,
whole
Oh, man.
conversation.
talk about those things, but at the end of the day, it was a fun show, that everybody laughed off of. And, it just, if anybody was going through anything, it helped them to get through the times through laughter.
Yeah, because I
And
used
I
to
think
watch
people
those
just
to
don't
this
want to laugh
day
as much.
as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
Go
seems
ahead.
like
Oh.
the people, like when I was that age watching shows like that, it seems like the generation now wouldn't have like the same patience with a show like that. Like not at all. Like, cause I'm trying to think like how many episodes we're really talking about, like say romantic relationships
Mhm.
or whatever on Zach and Cody. It was like they were there but barely, whereas like the new TV shows now that would be targeted towards those youth, it's like every episode is just going to be about a romantic relationship. And it's like, aren't they 13 though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too. These producers will be having these children go through adult things at young ages.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's another reason why it seems like shows are going from like baby shows to adult shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
even in terms of like cartoons, like my favorite show down to this day is Tom and Jerry. Always has been, always will
Oh,
be.
yes.
But you don't find shows like that anymore.
Nope.
Oh, I haven't personally.
I haven't either.
There may very well be shows out there that are like that. I wouldn't know. I don't watch shows like that anymore. But like every time I see a clip from Tom and Jerry, I'm like, bro, this show is hilarious.
Mhm.
And I could literally just sit down and watch the show from beginning to end, and I know I'm going to laugh at some point in time. But I think also, not to say times were simpler, people were just happier. I
Yeah.
believe people was just happier
Yeah.
back
True.
And a lot of people are stressed. And I think it's also mainly because of this pandemic too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you don't have as much freedom as you did back then. And people is just
Yeah.
like, they just stressed.
Because
Mhm.
yeah, now that I think about it, like a lot of the newer TV shows aren't trying to just be funny TV shows anymore.
No, because they're not.
Yeah,
All
that's
And
of
even
what
the
I've
ones that
noticed too.
and even the ones that are trying to be funny, it's more of like a sophisticated humor type thing.
Yeah.
It's not just like basic he hit him in the head, like in the head with a hammer, like Tom and Jerry. Like that's not
Yeah.
what's gonna make people laugh anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
it's very specific. And then it's like 9 times out of 10, if they're going to make a show, it's not gonna try and be say a funny show for people to enjoy. It's gonna be something with drama, something to keep people interested in watching. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, it's just it feels like they made TV shows so much more complicated than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's more dramas out now than anything.
Mm-hmm.
People want to make dramas
Yeah.
than like actual sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Okay. I wrote some notes down while y'all were talking. So I think that it's not a complicated question, but you have to look at there's other variables that come with it too.
Mhm.
So one thing I wrote down was nostalgia. Everything is a reboot now, and everyone is trying
I
to
was just about to bring that up.
everyone's
Mhm.
trying to relive what that moment was when that show or movie came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
To appeal to the older audiences who have grown up and wants to see those characters that they saw as kids back on screen. The only issue is that
We get movies like the movies we saw last night.
yeah.
Yes.
And then like, like the new Star Wars, we get new live action Disney movies all the time. And it's like
Mhm.
we understand that, yeah, it's nice to see those characters that we saw as children to relive those moments we had as kids, but now that we're adults, yes, it's fine too. But again, it's a different time. It's a different time. Most of these kids nowadays, their TV and their movies are on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the introduction
That's
of
true.
the introduction of YouTube really changed everything.
Or TikTok.
Yeah.
Lot of people on
YouTube,
TikTok.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
Social media has taken
Yeah,
away
it
a
is.
lot
Because
from the TV
YouTube
shows.
YouTube started, I believe, in 2005 or 2007, which it wasn't a big platform at that time. But once the idea of being able to make a profit off of it, why certain brands are putting these YouTubers or influencers as head in their movies and stuff like that. YouTube really changed the game in forms of entertainment because not everyone could be those movie stars that they wanted to be when they were younger. Or it's just more opportunities to it's not so elite as it was back then as what it is now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shows are cringy too because they're trying to be like so woke.
Yeah, that's why
Like
I'm saying like a lot of
sitcom
shows are not
shows.
like nobody's creative anymore. Like they just go off of what's hot now. And it
What's up?
just comes off. Yeah, Paris.
I was just gonna add to like Jay's point on nostalgia. Like for example, Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World. Boy Meets World was a masterpiece. We got to see Corey, Topanga, Sean, and all of them grow up. And then when they did finally, they went into Girl Meets World, and the mistake that they made there was they geared it towards children. So we were expecting like them to like kind of live a little bit, but because it was geared towards children, we didn't get to see what we wanted to see basically. Like the show was very bland. There was very little flavor.
And for a Disney Channel show, you're expecting it to be a little bit more funny and a little bit more fun, but it was really like serious topics. and that's why the show
Mhm.
ended because
Yeah,
they
nobody
couldn't
was
do a lot
watching.
of topics because it was a Disney Channel show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I
it was
think
geared
that's
towards children.
going back to like what Paris originally said of there's not a lot of good writers anymore. Like
Yeah.
every
Nope.
single thing that
Mhm.
people are trying to do has been done. And they were like, that
Mhm.
was good. So let's take that and run with it because they can't just find talent like they used to.
Mhm. And like the movie we watched last night, they tried to take like that the influencer type of trope and her finding
Yeah.
this lost boy that needs to get transformed into something.
Did
It's
that bring you
been
guys any
used.
nostalgia from the
No.
original movie?
It absolutely did
No.
not.
No.
No.
Y'all can say what movie though.
Whatsoever. Huh?
I don't know.
I will say that for another day.
Yeah.
Whenever we decide to do a movie topic. But yeah, like everything
Yeah,
you
I
guys
got a lot to say
stated,
about
that is very true.
Yeah.
Because like even a perfect, and I think another issue was people get attached to the characters when the show is good. So when that character leaves, the show goes down because too many people were attached to it. Like a perfect example, well, 2 shows, Ant Farm, great show, love that show. But once when that one character left, the show didn't even last 2-3 episodes after that, and it was like, dang, that sucks.
Character.
At
Who
least
left?
Who left?
y'all didn't finish Ant Farm?
Yeah,
I did.
I did. I've seen
Yeah,
every
he was
episode.
he was an artist. I forgot his name.
Fletcher didn't leave.
Fletcher didn't leave.
Fletcher left the last episode. He
No, but
went to
that's
some
what.
art school the last episode.
But no, and that's what I'm saying. And they introduced another character that was supposed to take his place. But
Oh yeah,
the
it was
show
that
didn't.
yeah.
But the show didn't get far enough where we could see what he could do.
Or
And then
Pair
another
Kings.
example, Pair of Kings.
Oh, that
When
hurt
he
me.
had ended up leaving the show. And it wasn't that the other guy wasn't funny.
Oh yeah, I like
it was
him,
just they had so much chemistry the
but-
first few
Yeah.
seasons that when he came in here, it was like, hey, bro, it's kind of hard for you to top that chemistry. Like, them
Mhm.
dudes is hilarious. And the show was still good. Like, had they just let everything ride out, the show still would have done good. It's just people were so attached to that one character that once when he left, it was like, dang, the show's over. We had watched that show sometime recently, and I was like, man, this show it's hilarious,
I
man.
know, I love that show.
So I
watched
think that also plays another huge part is like you guys have stated, not even just the writer's talent itself. A lot of people don't have the same talent like what was once shown, where it makes a person attached to the character to the point where they want to watch the show because of the characters.
I feel
They
like
use-
that happened. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I was gonna say I feel like that happened with Shake It Up too. Like they went through this thing where the original set like burned down, then they remade it, but then they switched the host. Like they got rid of Gary for a second and put this new guy in, and we were just like, what is going on? And then they tried to bring him back, but by that time it was just like no.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think another thing too is that I feel like every single like TV network kind of had their niche back in the day. So I remember like if I wanted to see something like kiddie and funny, then you go to like Disney or you go to Cartoon Network. If you wanted to see something more drama, there was like ABC Family or something like that.
Oh
Like,
yes, yeah.
and then if you just wanted to see animated stuff, it would like old school anime, it'd just be Boomerang. Like everything
Oh, that
kind of
was my
had its
show.
own genre.
That was my channel.
Yeah. Everything had
Saturday
its own genre,
mornings.
but now it's like everyone's trying to do everything. So it's just all kind of mixed in
Yeah.
there together, and you never know what you're really gonna get out of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And man, I do miss the old shows.
Me too.
And I do wish that they're able to make more of them. But as time progresses,
Seems
you
like
know,
shows are
You
getting
guys see what they're
worse.
doing with
Yeah, it
SpongeBob too?
gets
Like SpongeBob is getting
difficult.
so bad.
SpongeBob
Oh,
is
yeah.
funky.
I
SpongeBob,
haven't
yeah,
even
SpongeBob's
watched.
not the
Yeah.
same as it
I haven't
started.
even watched any of the new episodes.
And I think they made a
I
Patrick show too.
Yeah,
Ew.
haven't even
Oh
attempted.
no.
Right.
I
See,
think
and
anything
yeah,
after what is it, like the 9th season of SpongeBob, I was like, this is not
Yeah,
anybody
Yeah.
who's supposed to be here.
yeah,
And they
Yeah.
changed like the animation
Yeah,
slightly
they
Mhm.
too.
yeah.
I feel like they
Mhm.
made Patrick and SpongeBob even dumber than they already were.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like,
SpongeBob was a
SpongeBob.
little bit smart.
Yeah, I was like, to
Just
be
a bit.
honest, if you think about it, he was like a whole adult. He had his stuff organized. He went to work every morning.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then Patrick was the crazy one. But now it just feels like any random idea that pops in their head, we're going to throw that in there because it's going to make a kid laugh somewhere.
Yeah, but nothing can be like the first couple of seasons of SpongeBob.
Yep.
Oh, no.
The best.
Those first couple seasons, man, like that
Mhm.
butterfly episode,
Oh,
that was my
oh yeah.
favorite. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nah, I think down to this day, the funniest one will forever be the sea bear.
Oh, yes.
Man, that man Squidward could not catch a break. And then he finally got into the circle. And then he found out he needed sea rhinoceros undergarments, and he did not have that. You already knew what that meant.
Squidward was getting tore up throughout that episode.
my
It was
gosh.
so funny.
Oh man.
Oh man.
SpongeBob will go down in history as one of the funniest shows.
Yeah.
But that goes into like there was a lot of hidden gems that was shown in like for example, remember Nick at Night?
love Nick at Night.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, they had shows that were on there, but because it was at night when kids was going to sleep, they wasn't able to see it. And it
Mhm.
sucks because they had good shows on
They
there that I
did.
wish that they
Mhm.
continued. And I was
Mhm.
like, man, so it's not even that shows, there were plenty of shows that could have really took off. It's just the time when it aired was just bad timing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that
Mhm.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah. Or just modern day people in the industry need to understand how we feel about SpongeBob, like how we just were. There's nothing you can do to really recapture that,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
which is why you need to kind of leave it alone and try and come up with something new.
You're right.
Because none of the new
Yeah.
episodes are going to feel like the butterfly episode or
No.
the sea bear episode. You're not
Mhm.
going to give us that same feeling.
Mhm.
So just stop trying to use what made us feel that way to try and bring it back, because it's not going to happen. That nostalgia is specifically for that. So you just have to come up with something on your own, which is a lot more work, but that's what we always used to do.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
always new content.
Disney
Yeah.
Channel is doing horrible at that. But I feel like even with Disney Channel, it's hard because they could make shows, but the kids that they're trying to like make the shows for are like not watching Disney Channel. They're on TikTok or something. And
Mhm.
then people who were watching Disney Channel aren't watching those new shows. They're watching the old shows. So
Mhm.
like their shows they're like newer shows are not doing well at all. Like I was looking at like the shows and I looking at the old shows, and a lot of the older shows had way more seasons than the new shows. The
Mhm.
new shows would get like
Yeah.
1 season or 2 seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because everyone just hands the kid the tablet and they go on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and they never come back to the TV.
Yep.
Mhm.
And those shows are just bad.
They
Not good
are.
shows.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
And the last good Disney Channel show was Casey Undercover.
Yeah.
That show was amongst bad shows.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
just
it
the
was.
last.
That was
That was
just
like the
the
only
That was
good
the
show.
last of the Mohicans.
After that, everything was horrible.
Even before
Mm.
Casey Undercover, it was bad. It's just
Yeah.
they came out with it.
Yeah. As soon as
And-
like everyone stopped doing like the Disney symbol with a wand, it just
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
True.
That is yes.
once
yes.
they stopped that, Disney was
Why
never
did they
the
stop
same.
that?
I don't know.
No,
was
that
dumb.
was great.
No,
That
no,
was like the
Actually-
best part.
Actually, I think they still do it. It's just different. It's like they do. What do
But
they
the Disney
do?
symbol doesn't even look
Yeah, it
the
looks
same.
Yeah, it
weird
doesn't look
now.
the same. It's very weird now.
I remember all I've ever wanted was I
Me
even
too.
practiced.
Man,
I would do it
practiced.
with them. I
Yeah.
was like, I will do this one day. I know I will. One day,
Yes.
Mhm.
I will be able to.
They should have
I'd
had
be
like something at
tracing
Disney
them
Channel.
on
I mean
the
Disneyland do it.
TV.
Yeah, they should have an exhibit at Disneyland.
I would do
Uh-huh.
that.
That would be that's a
I
good
The
would-
idea.
Disney Channel original movies aren't even good anymore.
Man,
No,
DComs
horrible.
used to be the best. Now all their movies are horrendous.
Suck.
Everything, literally.
The last good one was Teen Beach Movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that was
even
good.
that was disappointing.
Yeah,
Well, the
low-key.
second one, the first
The
one was
second
good.
one was disappointing. They left it on a cliffhanger and didn't even finish it.
Yeah.
And you know what though? Descendants was a great concept, but
it
I don't
was.
think like the first one was good. But
they're making another one, I think.
and that's the problem. They keep making
Why?
more.
They are.
They're making
'cause-
4 because in the first one, because there's a lot that went down. In the first one, they had just gotten to Aradon. They decided to be good, whatever. In number 2, Uma came along, and Uma came, and
Mhm.
Mal was getting used to being a princess and all that jazz. And then in the third one, Ben finally proposes. Audrey
heard
goes
about that.
crazy. They decide to take down the barrier and all that jazz. Now the fourth one I feel like is gonna be weird because Cameron Boyce won't be in it. But
That's why I didn't watch
um,
the third one.
Aw.
I didn't even
But
But I feel like they should just made 2. That's all they needed.
yeah, they
was
should
the
just
first
left it with the
2.
second one.
that's
The
true,
second
but
one
they
was good,
couldn't
but-
really leave it at that because Uma was still outside the barrier and no one knew what she
No,
was
they should have
gonna do.
ended it in a way
They should
where
just ended it.
it doesn't need to continue.
But yeah, that was, and again, Descendants was a good movie amongst bad movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the soundtrack is amazing.
Oh, soundtrack was
Yeah.
good, yeah. But yeah, again, shows suck now. That's the
Conclusion.
conclusion
yeah,
at the end of the day. Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
end of an era.
yeah. Unfortunately,
And we shall see what other potential gems shall come in the future. What other good movies amongst bad.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Or good TV shows amongst the bad. Let's see what else that they're going to come out with. Well, everyone, thank you guys for attending our, what episode is this? 5?
5.
5
Wow.
yeah.
think
Our
it's 5.
5th episode
Wow.
of Unnecessary
Right.
Commentary. As you can see, we went from family
Who
food
gets the first plate?
Mhm.
to, hey, what's up with TV shows nowadays?
Yeah.
And my
Thank you.
dreams of becoming a hero. But
My
Yeah,
goodness.
and her
Um,
dreams of putting a knife in a toaster and getting superpowers.
Everything. Everything.
Getting all the superpowers.
Every last one.
Every last one. Mm.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you guys for showing up. This will be up Friday. We try to upload every Friday, so please do like, comment, subscribe, and
Turn up the
Thanks, guys.
notifications.
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Hit that
do
little
So you
bell
could see
icon.
us
Yeah, hit
next
the little
week.
bell. Yep.
For another topic, which is, what was it?
Whatever we end
I
up
don't
doing, I don't know. We'll find. You'll find
Well,
out
we
next
gonna
week, y'all.
find out.
Yeah,
gonna
maybe
find out.
next week we should discuss more about which superpowers you guys want. Since Jay needs to pick one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Oh,
one.
confused too.
Yes.
no, I need more.
You
Like
gonna
I
have
said, I'm like a
everything written
Pokemon.
down?
You gonna do a what now?
Yeah, she's a
I said-
Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm a Pokemon.
You are not no Pokemon. You gonna be
Pokemon.
Eevee?
Okay, ended already.
I can never get my stuff off.